Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Here we go again. You guys waking up yet? Holy crap. I'm barely awake. I'm barely awake. Okay. All right, let's go. Bob in here. Yes, Master Otaku. When never. You know. When are we going to get never?
When will then be now? Soon.
Never soon, but soon. Yeah, soon. Good morning. Yes, happy Joy, happy Cody Bakula, happy everyone in the house. Nebs here. My computer is about to die. Holy crap. Good morning. Government shutdown is over. Yes, $15 billion a week lost during the shutdown, says Nebs. That is crazy. It's $15 billion a week. We were shut down for about, what, 4 weeks, something like that. Morning nerds, morning Spencer. How's it going, Spence? How's it going? What is Guantanamo Bay if you don't use it? Yeah, what is good? What is it good for if you don't use it? Exactly. Lock them up. Oh, geez, all the stuff is coming out now. It's ridiculous, guys. We may not have Trump finish his term. That's why I'm an investor, says OG Bobbin, not a trader. Yes, hang 'em. Oh God. Jeez, I'm right there with you, Bob, and that's why I'm an investor too, and not a trader. Grain Rising Otaku and Chaos family. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's get this money. GG in the house. How's it going, GG? Good morning. Welcome to more chaos. Good morning. Yes, Mrs. Chaos. Bring us the good fortune, please. Yes, bring us good fortune. Everyone, shout out to Gamma Goddess in the house. Cody Bakula, the jeweler, of course, our resident jeweler, sharing all the flames in the chat. Oh my God, I'm trying not to crash my computer already. Jesus, let's go. I could barely even scroll through my buttons. Holy hell. There we go. That took forever. Let's go, Otsko. Ryan Rising Nebs also coming in the chat. How's it going, Nebs? I'm bringing the gamma rays this morning. Jesus, we're all gonna turn into the Incredible Hulk. I've been awake for 2 hours, says a scrub. Damn. Oh wow, you woke up 7:30. Amazing. What does that mean? Scrubs. Yeah. All right. Going back and forth, guys. This morning. Of course, you know where we landed. Same shit, different day. Yup. That's right. Of course, last night calling for baseline bull. What did we get? Exactly, baseline bull. Exactly where I showed you guys where to go. Right down the freaking center. Landing on top of our baseline right now. We could lose it. We could still lose it this morning, depending on how the Bulls and Bears want to play. But yeah, that's how it played out. Not surprised. Not in the least. I got. But when soon? I don't know, man. I don't know when soon. It's just gonna keep dragging on like this, I guess. But we're at least keeping the bull trend. We want to try to reclaim 103,000 and flip that into support. I've been saying that all week. This is the last big trading day for the week. Then we have, of course, Friday. Low liquidity on Friday. So between now and Friday, I would like to see us, of course, reclaim 103,000 and get back to the middle of this channel. Possibly even getting as high as 108. Top of that channel up here, 107. Breaking this would be great today. All right, let's get into some headlines. I was trying to find something juicy this morning, and I was just kind of listening to Bloomberg. This is a little boring. They're talking about the current Epstein case, right? Of course, we know both sides are pretty much at fault for that, honestly. That's not a partisan issue. That's a bipartisan issue. Both sides are effed up when it comes to that case. But they're also talking about Disney down in the pre-market. Oh no! Yeah, goodbye Disney. Oh my God, it's over. I don't know. I just like trolling because it's fun, and I like the Doom. I also like coffee, and man. My coffee's still way too damn hot. Way too damn hot this morning. So let me know what's going on this morning. I did have Miria pop off right before the market live. So Miria is still testing these new lows. I guess we can jump over there and take a look at that since I'm talking about it. 3023 just broke this morning. We did go down as low as 3021 last night. For anyone following this token with us, it's been a lot of pain, We did get what looked like a recovery starting to come out here, inverted head and shoulders. But you know what? Like I said, guys, gaming is dead. For the year, gaming is dead. And so I think we're just gonna have to wait till next year to see any sort of recovery or send off for some of these tokens. All right, moving on. This is utility run this year. This is what we're doing. We're trying to, of course, prove that crypto has worth in our space. All right, for investors this year. All right, let's see what else we got here on Bloomberg. Doom. Johnson. What was this? Is this Johnson? I don't know what this is. There's just nothing interesting this morning going on. I got some headlines to pull up. We got about 2 minutes to the market open. What else we have here? Disney posts mixed results as streaming growth is offset by legacy TV declines. I don't know. I watch less and less of their stuff every year since all their new policies or their new agenda. Adam Grant, this simple tactic can I don't know what the Harvard instructor. These 3 tactics. Oh, this is bullshit. Why are they putting this in the in the latest news? Those aren't even news. That's his opinion pieces. Okay, Trump signs the funding bill, of course, last night, ending the government shutdown. If you guys watched that with us, we covered it live. It was a eventful, uneventful event. Oh, Jesus. But we did have fun and hung out and, of course, talked about the hubbub in our space. We got Thursday, the biggest analyst calls: NVIDIA, Nike, Cisco, Boeing, CoreWeave, Circle, and Circle and more. Okay, so we are getting a little bit of crypto earnings reporting this week. Uber will start taking skiers to slopes. Oh, skiers. Okay, skiers. Skiers. I need more coffee. Okay. Starbucks Workers Union launches a strike in at least 40 cities in chain and key holiday sales day. Damn. No contract, no coffee. Damn. This startup backed by Bezos and Benioff, I don't know what the hell that is, launched a trading platform. Okay, rental homes. Scotland to launch the kilt bonds. Are you kidding me? I can't make this shit up.
Stupid.
Wow. As it seeks to become an investor-friendly destination for Scotland. You gotta join the kilt. You gotta go in the kilt. Geez. Let's see if our resident whale in the chat is here. Right there he is. Wow. With a $5 super chat, Andy. My man. Oh, jeez. Freezing sideways rain is always good for your mental health. Yes. Good afternoon, family. Good afternoon, Andy. Actually, I've been going without heat so far this winter. I can kind of I can feel it, man. I can feel it. It's freaking cold. Freezing rain. Geez. Okay, I've been awake for 2 hours. I think that's where we left off with Scrub in the chat here. Bitcoin at $200,000 by tomorrow, probably, says Spence. He's insane.
We're gonna win so much.
The Z back to $1, says Neblener. Let it be. Of course, you guys know the reference. They said Mr. T was mentioned a lot of emails with Epstein. Yeah. Yep. So I would say, Scrub, that we're probably not going to have President Trump do a full term. Would be my guess after seeing some of the stuff I've heard and whatever back and forth. Ew, Disney, says Cody. I wonder if they are also some of the executives are also wrapped up in that too. That's why they're down today, possibly. I don't know why they're down. I'm just speculating. Anyway, going back into the morning open, guys. Here we go. In about 10 seconds, we should be there. We should be live now. Come on, what's going on? There we go. Oh my God, my computer is broken today. Sorry.
More data, which will make stocks more volatile. I don't know about that logic, but that's what I'm hearing. Down the New York Stock Exchange, TKO makes a deal with Polymarket, ringing the opening bell. Dana White is there in the black polo.
Let's go.
Daniel in the suit, in the blue suit.
I'd buy that for $1.
A lot of high fives and stuff. Maybe they should fight. By the way, TKO stock, it's up like 400% over the last 5 years. I just ran a comp function. So they have been crushing it. Not the case for BGIN, which is like a crypto thing. They've only been trading at the NASDAQ for a couple of months, but have already lost 41% of their value.
Maybe they should also fight.
Wow.
I think I would want to if I own those shares.
What is going on?
The NASDAQ. Not an all-out brawl here for Cisco shares. Just minutes into the trading day, 5.5% is the gain we're looking at.
What is
It's
happening?
showing progress in its efforts to capture more of the AI spend from tech giants. It also raised its guidance on sustained demand, Matt.
And
Okay.
Disney, we just heard from the CFO, Hugh Johnston, reported sales that
So
fell short.
I just lost video. My computer's crashing, guys. My computer is literally crashing. I just lost video for no reason. It's on every screen. I just lost my video. Well, this is gonna be a fun day. Oh, damn it. So yeah, we're gonna have the first job reports released.
The October jobs report will be released without a jobless rate. Investors will be quick to react to incoming economic data after a dry spell due to the government shutdown. Principal Asset Management Seema Shah says the winners in today's market will likely be those who adapt quickest to shifting signals without overreacting to the noise. And Seema, I guess we're preparing for what? More noise in terms of economic data?
So I think that as the data comes out, you know, investors have been starved of some kind of direction, and I think there'll be some swings, but ultimately it's going to settle down once, you know, there's a narrative and people can find their way. I think it's going to be really important, of course, to eventually get some of that labor market data, at least to give the Fed an idea of exactly how to conduct their policy over the coming months. So I think that's going to be the most important narrative forming over the next couple of weeks.
Seema, you have had, and this is something Neil Dutta pointed out over at Renaissance Macro, that you have the hawks at the moment being much more loud than the doves. Collins among them yesterday, Daly saying that there's a premium waiting to decide on rates. How much do you think that's eating into some of the gains we see in this equity market? We're down this morning. How much is this a stock market hinged on getting a cut in December?
Yeah, I think that's been really important. I mean, one of the things that I think initially had been expected is that with the shutdown and the lack of data, the doves would have the louder voice. But that has been the exact opposite of what's happened. The hawks have been much louder. And that has really weighed on, as you know, as we can see from market expectations for December cut, having shifted from, I think, around above 80% a few weeks ago to just 50-50 now. And the market does need, or at least it believes it needs, to have some kind of stimulus in order to ward off any potential further labor market slowdown, maybe help the consumer a little bit, which is showing some signs of stress. So I think, you know, unless the Fed is going to come out and say, we're not cutting rates in December because we believe that the economy is very strong and we have the data to back that up, I think the market would struggle if it doesn't get the cut that it's expecting, what it's hoping for in December.
Seema, are you worried?
Guys, I am literally breaking down.
What it's hoping for.
I don't know if we're going to be able to
Seema,
finish the
are
live
you
stream.
worried about, I mean, we hear so much about this K-shaped economy, and we get a lot of news about, you know, the bottom half, which is more than half, suffering. 42 million Americans are on food stamps. The biggest amount of people defaulting on car payments since we've been keeping data. And prices for everything, affordability is just one of the big problems. And if we continue to put stimulus into this economy, the president wants to send checks to people, you know, the Fed may cut rates. Doesn't that just drive inflation higher and make affordability worse?
I mean, it's a really good point. And actually, I would say that even the K-shape part of it and how the Fed can help is really, really questionable. One of the things is that, look, the high end, the really top income households, they're driving so much of the consumer spending that it almost overwhelms any of the weakness from the bottom. So I think from the Fed's perspective, it's really tough. And to your point, any further cuts, which maybe reinvigorate inflation pressures to push it further, the lower income groups are the ones who have been most exposed to the tariff-driven inflation so far, something that we would expect to continue. So I do think that the Fed is very much stuck in terms of how they can successfully perform their policy moves without having some inadvertent impact coming through too.
Seema, what do we even make of the K-shape right now? Because you could look at some of the earnings like P&G that suggest people are still spending. There has been some pushback in this idea that the divergence is growing, not least of which, if the rich are getting richer, they have a lower propensity to spend as an overall percentage of their income and net wealth. Is the K-shape really getting that much worse, or is there some confirmation bias going on right now?
I think you're absolutely right. So actually, because when you start to really unpack the data, it's questionable whether it's getting worse or if it's just kind of staying pretty stable. From the numbers that we're looking at, it does look to be quite stable. I think one of the things that we do see, though, is that top 10% of households are very much exposed to the equity market. So further equity market gains are really kind of pushing them further and further. The other thing to think about is that there's a lot of emphasis on Q1 when the tax refunds come through from the One Big Beautiful Bill. Now, a lot of that is going to be skewed to the higher income households. And to your point just now, they're the ones who actually spend less of their income, right? So the consumer multiplier impact is that much smaller. So there's a lot of emphasis on that point, but it's questionable about how much that's truly going to feed through to consumer spending growth next year.
I was looking at the Mag 7 performance over the past week, over the past month, over the past 3 months, past 6 months. It's been phenomenal, to say the least. I think everyone in this market knows that. If you already own those stocks, though, Seema, what would you buy? I mean, when someone comes up and says, I have new money to invest, where should I put it? What do you tell them in this market that's already run so far so fast?
Yeah, it's. I think that's the key question for investors right now. Where do we go? And one of the sectors which I think is still performing well, has got potential to continue to drive higher, is still financials. We are expecting a robust economy. Some of that is on the assumption that the Fed is going to be delivering a couple of rate cuts over the coming year or so. But certainly the yield curve, the way that the market is moving, we do think that financials can do well. And then importantly, if you do have concerns about technology and a potential bubble, there are other parts of the world which have less exposure. So for example, Europe, it has underperformed the US in recent months, but it doesn't have that tech exposure, or it has less of that tech exposure. So if there were to be a problem, well, you'd be somewhat insulated there. But I think importantly, have exposure to technology, but at least have some kind of exposure to cyclical growth. If on the hopes, of course, that the economy is going to perform 2026, so that some of the cyclicals, if we do get rate cuts and the economy is continuing to deliver in terms of positive growth, well, then there could be a time next year where small cap really starts to perform well. So I think there's a lot of options out there. It does take a little bit of trawling, and ideally we need the data to give us that guidance on what to expect over the coming months.
Seema, does that mean now is a bad time to just buy the index, considering whether it goes up or down is really pinned on what?
All right, I think I've exhausted it. I have to probably restart my browser because yeah, this is really bad, guys. Like, let me see if I can restart everything and get this stream a little more stable. Okay. Why is that? Yeah, something going on with my browser. I think there's just too many tabs open or something. No, I don't know. This is jank this morning. Okay, so yeah, we do still have Bitcoin still testing 101, 102,000. 101.9 right now. Just dropped to 100, or just pushed up to 102. Let's see if I can show you guys. There we go. I'm on the other screen now because everything just broke down this morning. Had to jump to a different screen. 102,200. We just shot back up here. Damn, that quick little wick there. Again, looks like it might be a green day, guys. Especially we're starting to see a big wick action here in the morning open. Usually we start to see something like this around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Then we start to chop up a little bit higher around intraday trading 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, so that's what we're looking at right now. Possibly a little bit of a U-shaped recovery, and of course creating maybe a cup and handle for the afternoon pop off, and maybe a retest of 104, 103 coming soon. I hope so. All right. So that's what we're looking at this morning. Man, this is really rough. I'm trying to get the stream set up for my trip, guys, and I just took a lot of assets off my computer to my laptop, and yeah, my computer was not happy this morning, apparently. My God, what a mess!
Stupid.
All right, let's get back to it. Let's see if we can read some headlines this morning. Get back in the chat. Wishing Spencer good luck on his new job interview. Keep your answers short and do not mention crypto. Yes. Scrub says, how do you not mention crypto when we live and breathe it? Literally. Yeah, that's a different, difficult one. Good morning, my crazy chaos family. Good morning, Braveheart McFreedom, guys. All morning to the CEO of McFreedoms. As I try to figure out how to stabilize this damn thing. Okay. And thanks to Andy, I'll do whatever it takes to make that sweet $17 an hour. That's definitely not a livable wage. I hope you're joking about that. All right. So yeah, here we go, guys. Let's see what we got on CNBC this morning. If we can get this to work. Holy crap! Everything's just slow. Okay, CNBC loading. Okay, there's Kramer. What do we got?
Said they were so dominant. I should have realized, why not buy the dominant company? But I mistakenly thought that the judge, who was so against and called them a monopolist, in the end said, you know what, I'm glad that Apple's getting the check for $20 billion from them, because then they can compete.
The remedy was shockingly lenient.
Yes.
All right, we're still talking about tech stocks. Same shit, different day. Fox Business. We'll see what we got about Fox Business. Fox Business, bringing you the news for free, guys. Newslive.com. Get all of your news outlets for free. Don't pay for something you get for free. They're on break over at Fox Business. Let's look at some more headlines. We got a few this morning, but kind of chopping around this morning. Oh, geez. What else we got here? Property play. Oppenheimer raises Nvidia price target. Property. Okay. From AI to ESG. Jeffrey Epstein files House Speaker announces the vote next week on releasing of the documents. Again, a lot of the files have been leaked here recently, and like I said this morning, we may not have a full term from Trump administration. Cisco's stock jumps on earnings. We're increasing our Cisco systems. Skyrocketing electricity prices fuel political backlash. There's really nothing really juicy this morning. Let's take a look at Fox Business and see what. God, this is going to be all full of this Epstein rhetoric, right? Flight reductions remain as air traffic staffing rebounds after shutdown. I hope they get their shit together by the weekend, because I'm going to be flying out this weekend, guys. I'll be leaving on Friday. That's tomorrow. Damn it. Trump signs bill ending longest government shutdown in U.S. history. And that happened last night. Starbucks workers strike at stores nationwide as contract negotiations stall. We can take a look at that, because I'm kind of bored with the rest of this stuff. Ford unveils immersive Mustang exhibit in the Hollywood vehicles and sensory ride. Toyota opens massive North Carolina battery plant. Confirms a $10 billion U.S. investment. That's pretty big for America. Best in blockbuster year ahead. Bring jobs for bigger paychecks. Attempts to sabotage this are failing miserably. This is from Kudlow. What else we got? Fast food giant closes hundreds of stores. That's, of course, Wendy's. They're closing next year. A bunch of stores. More and more layoffs coming soon. That's one thing I can say for certain.
When will then be now? Soon.
Yes. They were Wendy's was one of the first companies to actually roll out that AI initiative for their drive-through window. So I wonder, they still can't keep it going. That's insane. Okay, Dow closes at 48,000 for the first time, 17th record close of 2025. Okay, Trump's 50-year mortgage proposal. What does it mean for home buyers? You'll never own anything, and you'll be happy, or you'll pretend to be happy. God.
What are you, stupid?
Yep. Major crypto exchanges picks Texas for HQ. Of course, that's Coinbase. We talked about that at great length yesterday. Prediction markets now give Trump roughly 24% chance in tariff case. Okay, that's rough. I guess we can take a look at that. That's of course Polymarket. Geez. Polymarket odds drop after oral arguments signal potential judicial. Jesus, skepticism. I can barely talk this morning. There we go. We have a video on this or not? It's probably so broken today, I'm not gonna be able to play it. Probably. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's loading. It's actually loading. Oh my God. Welcome to the Crypto Otaku, episode 503.
Pleasure joining us, Treasury Secretary, Mr. Scott Bessent. Mr. Secretary, thank you for coming. I know you're in court today to listen to the Supremes talk tariffs. What'd you take away from it? Give us some hints, please.
Larry, I came away very optimistic.
the Solicitor General presented a strong case for the president's use of the IEEPA, the emergency tariff powers that President Trump has used to balance trade, to negotiate with the Chinese on fentanyl, to secure rare earth magnets, to get the Indians to stop buying Russian oil. And that the Solicitor General made a fantastic case that the purpose of the tariffs is to rebalance global trade. We were in an economic emergency. We were near a tipping point, and you and I know exactly what that looks like. And President Trump has brought the U.S. back. On the other side.
All right. Quit buttering me up. Let's get to it. Damn it. All right, let's get into it. Traders on prediction platforms Kalshi and Polymarket are betting that the nation's highest court is unlikely to rule in favor of President Donald Trump's tariffs. Traders on Kalshi give only a 25% chance that the Supreme Court will side with Trump's tariff plan, down 20 points from the oral arguments, signal potential skepticism from justices. The trading volume on the dollar amounted wagered on this market is a little more than the $1 million. I had to just start getting into this because I can only take so much... I can only take so much buttering until I'm just a slippery mess, and I don't believe a single thing these politicians say. Okay, so yeah, will the Supreme Court rule in favor of Donald Trump? It's a 25% chance that they will. We've of course been covering this now all week from the Supreme Court hearing last week. Polymarket mirrors the sentiment with odds of 23%, down 15 points at the same time period of time. The trading volume Polymarket is a little bit north of $1.1 million. Kalshi and Polymarket lets users bet real money, of course, yada yada. We know this. Of course, the Fox Business normies probably don't. The shift in prediction market sentiment comes as Trump's trade policies face renewed legal scrutiny, with the Supreme Court last week hearing arguments over whether he had the authority under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose the tariffs and whether these actions would violate the Constitution's separation of powers. It's the same stuff we covered all week. And it's not looking good, but I still feel like either way they're going to find a way around it. They're going to find some sort of other clause, some sort of other loophole, and continue on with the tariffs. The Trump has argued that the tariff revenue could be used to fund the $2,000 checks that are coming next year, guys. It's official; they're coming next year. And they're going to be given to every household or worker, I'm assuming, just worker, that makes $100,000 or less. Okay. What else we got here? Man, why is it so... Gee, I mean, dark mode is working like extra dark today. God, this is so jank. Okay, whatever. These are just comments anyway. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we have in the headlines. I don't like any of the headlines. We are about 10 minutes away from ripping the crypto news out of the oven anyway. So I might get into that early today since there's nothing really big going on. Let's take a look back at TradFi, see what else they're talking about. As I just read to you, pretty much all the hot headlines. Big media and big tech need a rebalance. Nearly 1 million bottles of Costco Probesco. I don't know. Prosecco? Oh, Prosecco. That's a alcohol, right? I don't know what the hell that is. Baby formula recall. Google launches dual legal and legislative. Why the hell is Cracker Barrel still in the news? Company admits it misstepped with the logo and says the rebrand wasn't ideological. I don't know about that. And inside Disney's quiet ritual that keeps a lifelong promise to American veterans. Ford CEO Mike Rowe and America is losing the war. Yes. I think he finally. So we covered this last week. I think he's finally admitting it. The Ford CEO went to China, and he saw the manufacturing over there, and he was dumbfounded because we were screwed. If China ever was allowed to participate in the American market, the automotive market, we would lose that war immediately. All of our companies would go out of business. Embracing the robots. Yes, let's go. They're coming, guys. They're coming. Just like the loading of this video. Eventually it'll load. Holy shit.
The CEO of MicroWorks and the CEO of Ford. We got Mike Rowe and we have Jim Farley. Welcome, guys. Thanks so much.
Brian, how are you?
Great.
Great to be here.
And it's great to have you both together. And I just want to make this an open forum. Mike, the blue collar jobs, you're nodding your head. You knew these blue jobs are coming. Is there a way to train our people to fill those positions?
Sure. It would be inelegant to take some sort of victory lap on your fine program, but we've been beating this drum for 17 years now, and not to put too fine a point on this, it's great, by the way, to be here with Jim. We saw each other about a month and a half ago. He put on a terrific event in Detroit, and we talked about these things at length with the Secretary of Labor. And since then, the thing I think I'd like to start with is a trip to Texas 2 weeks ago. I finally got a tour of one of those data centers you were just showing. And while I was there, and I swear I'm not making this up, I ran into 3 electricians. All of them are under 30. All of them had been poached 3 times that year.
Wow.
All of them were making north of $240,000.
Wow.
Now, that means something else is happening, to your point, while all these other things are happening at the same time. And in this case, I think it simply means that supply and demand have simply got to that place where there's no denying it. We are in such acute need of more electricians, more welders, more HVAC people. And you could really you could limit that purely to data centers. I was in the room with Dave McCormick and President Trump back in July. I know Dave's coming on a bit later, where they pledged $92 billion to build more data centers in Pennsylvania alone.
Right.
So there's so much investment. There's so much pivoting. I'm the micro guy. Jim is the macro guy. Ford is macro. And I can't wait to get his take on this.
Jim, I gave you a lot of stats. Mike gave you a lot of facts. Your thoughts?
Well, the shortages are real. I'm really glad that we get the chance to talk about this on such an important show. At Ford, we have a shortage of factory workers, but we have a shortage of technicians and dealerships. As Mike said, those jobs, even though it takes a while to get up to speed, we have about 400,000 people that we need. Right this morning at Ford, we had 6,000 stalls that were open with no mechanics in them to fix our vehicles. The jobs are getting harder. They require technical support, innovation. So I think at Ford we'll solve this problem because we're a fortunate company and we're committed to America.
All right, I'm going to skim through it, make sure they don't mention any of the Chinese stuff. But yeah, this is pretty big.
Overseas school that he's building there. He's recruiting bright kids straight out of high school and teaching them what he needs them to know. They're also exposing them to the liberal arts, which I just think is brilliant and fascinating. And I know that Jim has talked about building trade schools again within the Ford organization in order to satisfy this need. To me, that's leadership,
All right, so they're just talking about redirection of jobs, obviously, for fulfilling these data centers.
Mike said, we have a whole generation here that has a new opportunity. And I think our society puts such a pressure. Now, Mike has been battling this with everything he's done for many, many years and putting a spotlight on this. But now, as he said, it's a real thing. Road construction takes longer, people waiting longer for stuff to get fixed on their house. If we want this to change, as a society, we have to ask the question, do we really want to put this much pressure on the next generation to get a 4-year degree? This is a live debate in my family. My kid learned welding.
Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Yes. Let's see if we can jump into this.
Jim, what did you see in China that almost unnerved you in terms of how advanced they were?
Let's go!
I go to China regularly, obviously, but during COVID, something happened that I think, many of us were not expecting. They made huge leaps and bounds. China wants to be the heavy manufacturing source for the world. They now have twice as many car plants as their local market can absorb. They want to export all of that to create these great jobs. We are in a war for manufacturing now globally. Now, the Trump administration has done a lot of good things here. Now we have a real tailwind behind companies like Ford, who make 80% of our products in the U.S. But we need to do a lot more. When I went to China, I came back completely different perspective. They want every one of our jobs in our plants.
Wow. And Mike, what does that make you think? We're competing for workers here, and then we have a country that could take us out manufacturing wise.
If I had like
Yes.
one of those big red bells in a fire department, I'd hit it with a hammer. I'd ring the alarm. This is it. Jim, you can't overstate it, and you can't put it in one vertical. We have to fight this thing on every front. And the front that I'm most interested in is the reason I'm on your show. It's the reason I come on whenever you invite me. We have to keep this front and center. And when Dave McCormick is on later, please thank the senator for me for doing that event, because in that room where...
All right, I think that's all they're going to mention on this interview. But yes, guys, it's coming. It's coming. That's right. AI and robots are coming to take your job. That's right. If you are a driver, welcome to the dystopian future. If you're a driver, a telemarketer, a lawyer, a data entry clerk, an accountant, a writer, a journalist, a bookkeeper, a receptionist, a bank teller, a travel agent, a factory worker, a customer service representative of any kind, you are going to be replaced. Make sure you have a real effing job that's going to be able to survive this downturn. Guys, the dystopian future is among us. And your friends, especially your romantic loved ones, will not be an exception to this. They're going to have robots to do things in the bedroom way better than you or your loved one can. All right. I had to do that segment. Okay, yes, so it's coming, guys. It's coming. And yeah, Braveheart McFreeman says in the chat, roofing. Get into roofing. They can't do roofing yet. Oh, guess what? I've seen the robots. They can do it. Yes, they can. I'll show you. All you gotta do is go over to the Real News platform over on X. That's right, over on X. I've shared these videos before with you guys. The robots are coming for everyone's job. Everyone. In China, they can do literally everything. They can firefight. They can deliver food. They are policing people in the streets. They literally do everything. In China. If I can get any of this to load today. Roofing robots. God. I'll show you them. Put the tiles. Put those tiles on the roof. Oh my gosh, maybe if it lets me. The robot roofer is here.
Humans taming rebar. Who would have thought robots are now tying steel bars on construction?
That's yeah, and then we got the where's the roofing robots? Oh, there's one's putting down tiles. I think in this one, right? Putting down tiles. Yep, putting down boards. I mean, they can do everything. Literally everything, guys. So you think they can't do the construction yet? They can. We just you don't have it mainstream here yet. So yeah, so that one's putting some laminate floor down in a home. We have I think this is watering your grass, I guess, or pest control robot. I don't know. Fumigation, yeah. So this would be a pest control robot. I'm trying to find the ones with the roof. I've definitely seen them before. I don't want to spend all the day all doom scrumming robots, but they're coming, guys. They're coming for every single sector. Roofing robot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is brutal today, guys. This live stream is brutal today. I'm trying to set up my live stream for my trip, and I keep crashing everything while moving files over. Come on. Oh, jeez. There it is. Finally, I found it. The roofing robot. Nothing is secret.
AI, so what? It's going to move. It's going to pause. It takes a picture. It runs that through our AI model. It's the only AI model that's ever been trained on real roof to install with a robot. And then it's going to know exactly where it's supposed to be placed based on certainties, manufacturer specification. The team on the ground sees that image today. They confirm, yes, it's exactly where it's supposed to be. Then it's going to nail it. And then we use all of that data. We train all of that data so that 6 months from now, you don't need a team on the ground actually confirming that the shingle's in the right spot, and it's going to be autonomous. This shingle,
and it's gonna be autonomous, and that's actually a American worker in an American video. All right, moving on. What else we got here? I'm gonna catch up the chat real quick, and then we're gonna dive into some metrics we got to look over this morning. The crypto fear and greed, and of course the stock fear and greed, and getting into some crypto news. It is 10 o'clock now, guys. Is the time we get that news out of the oven. Fear and greed right now is sitting at fear. If I were to guess, fear. Oh my God, it's taking forever. Yes, 31 in fear as of this morning for the stock market. We're looking at crypto fear and greed now, guys. Just a pre-warning. Crypto fear and greed last night was at 15 in an extreme fear. Let's see where we are this morning. It might have been 13. I forget. It was fun. Either way, it was a fun number. There it is. It's still there. Let's go. Oh, love it. Love it. Love it. So much pain. All right, moving on. We got the Dixie. Let's take a look at the Dixie real quick, and then I'll catch up with you guys in the chat. Market watch for the Dixie sitting at 99.2, still falling. So we should start to see risk on assets start to come up a little bit more here. We have, I think, back and forth of the Epstein files is probably going to be bad for the dollar anyway, because everyone wrapped up in the United States politics is pretty much involved in one way or the other. So yeah, it looks like we're going to probably send the Dixie down on some of this weird news or have coming out as well. For all that, it's everything, of course. It takes into effect what's going to go on with the Dixie. Getting back in the chat here while we're looking. I'll just keep the bubbles up. We'll get into that next. Try to catch up with you guys in the chat. Happy Thursday! Happy Thursday to you too, Jake the Snake. Yes, another like says, "Do not you?" Yes. I thank you again, guys. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,500 subs to send out another round of wrenches, guys. I'm trying to break YouTube's algorithm for wrenches. I want to have the most moderators ever. and we definitely proved last night the bots do not have a single point of entry anymore. As soon as they hop on here, you guys kill them within seconds. It's insane. Absolutely love it. It's been a hell of an experiment. I can't wait to continue it. I want to find out if we do have a limit. According to Google, there's no limit on moderators per YouTube channel. I want to break it. Let's break it. Mob Marley says, "I'm glad I'm a journeyman electrician." Me too, Bob. Mob Marley. Yes, me too. I'm happy for you because you're gonna survive a little bit longer than everyone else, guys. If you haven't heard my story, I was a graphic designer for 15 years. Yeah, about 15 years. And then I got laid off at the beginning of this year because I've noticed that over the past 2 or 3 years, the design teams have been breaking down. For large companies, like a 5 or 10 staff design team, now you can be pretty much facilitated with AI elements within all the spaces and integrated what's in Adobe Photoshop right now and everything else. You could bring a design team from like 10 to 5 or 10 to 2 even when you, of course, you utilize these models every single day. So I was laid off at the beginning of the year. Yeah, I'm doing this full time now. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, Brave Heart McFreedom says, "Yeah, Max work in the Beaver Burger." Yes, the Beaver Burger is back at McFreedom's. Don't forget the McRib, guys. The McRib is also cheaper at McFreedom's. 3,900 sats currently for a McRib. Okay, yes, Cody. Yes, Cody the Griller, Spence, Andy. Of course, shout out to everyone in the chat. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Another like says, "Do not." Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. I wanted to be an electrician, but they made that crap so hard to get into today. I don't know, Scrub. I don't know. I think you just gotta look around and find the right outlet that's going to train you, because they're teaching you to weld everywhere too. I've seen those pop up in my job ads too since I moved out here to Normie Land. Scrub says, "I wanted to be an electrician." Okay, yeah, a DCA. Oh, damn it, to the crash. DCA, your income down, says Spence. I used to be an electrician, says Jake the Snake, but I took an arrow to the knee and had to give it up. What the hell, Jake? I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
What are you, stupid?
Anything happens. Anything goes, I guess, in Ohio. Roofing, I like my back, says Scrubs. Yeah, and like I just showed you, the robots are going to do it anyway, so. Electrician would be perfect right now, honestly, because robots are going to be requiring servicing, right? And the data centers, too. I mean, that's fail-safe, I believe. It's a fail-safe job. Okay, I'm a journeyman electrician, so they can't take my job, says Bob Marley. Yes, they can't. Scrub says, yeah, I saw that it could too. The robots, if the robots can't, but a Mexican can. God, YouTube. That's a South Park reference for those who didn't catch that. Sufal says, what do you define a real job that the robots can't do today, won't be able to do in 5 years? I just mentioned electricians. It's going to take them a long time, I think, for them to be able to service themselves. In China, they do have some sort of tech robots, but they're still not that advanced yet. We need to, of course, keep learning models, developing motor skills, that sort of thing. So anything I think that's going to be required to service the robots and data centers is going to be pretty much key in the near future. Bitcoin is 103,000. You know the rest. Oh God, Spence. Damn it, really?
We're gonna win so much.
Oh, geez. Let's get back into Bitcoin real quick and take a look. 102.3. We wicked all the way up to 103.5. 103.5. So yeah, coming soon. Zcash and Uniswap whipping hard still today, says Maximus Diamond Hands. Jacob Snake says I was fighting for a what? A campaign against the roving bands of unwashed barbarians in Ohio. Yeah, and then you took an arrow to the knee. That sucks, man. Anything happens in Ohio, man. It's crazy in Ohio. Again, shout out to Jake the Snake. We got to get you back on here, man.
Hail the king of Ohio!
Oh, geez. Long or short, Max? Yes, the tin skins have a strong magnet. Tin skins? That's what you're calling them now? Damn. Again, shout out to the king of Ohio for preventing the legal marriages of AI lovers. You can't make this shit up. We talked about that on Monday.
What are you, stupid?
That's how it goes. We gotta protect ourselves from the robots, even our lovers. The trades may be safer. Love being on, says Nebula Nerd. Yes, Nebs as well. And a crypto investor, says Mob Marley. Guys, don't forget to give Nebs a shout out and a like and subscribe. He is, of course, starting a channel. He's going to be going live at the end of this month. 103. Oh, you guys chanting 103 again in the chat. Maximus is going long, and here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's get back into the news, shall we? Let's take a look at the rest of these metrics. We do have, crypto bubbles on the hour coming up. Let's look at the day. What's up still on the day? Wow, is it Telegram? Holy crap. Telecoin. Okay, Telegram. Telecoin is up 88% on the day. That's insane. 75% on the week, 40% on the month, 138% on the year, with Big D Energy coming on today, 88%. That's insane. Again, guys, we're still in a K-shaped economy, and that does not even stop the same type of moves that we're seeing in crypto. It's still the same thing we're seeing on this K-shaped economy. Everything is just kind of popping off day after day. It's a kangaroo market, I say. A kangaroo market. All right. So everything else is pretty much down about an average, about 5%, looks like so far in the top 200 here. Let's take a look. It says only 1% though, but yeah, it looks like it's more than that. And yeah, most of these assets are down like 3 or 4 or 5, but Fetch AI is down 8%. We got Arrow down 18. Arbitrum, wow, is that Arbitrum? I think that's Arbitrum, AB. That's up 30% on the day. Zcash up 6%. Quant is up 8%. Quant hasn't moved in a while, so it definitely deserves some spot in the sunlight here. Our spot in the spotlight. Some shine in the spotlight. Oh my god. Whatever.
What are you, stupid?
Oh Jesus. So yeah, Quant's moving up. It's up 26 point in ranks this year so far. It hasn't done anything though. I mean, in my opinion, this damn coin used to be damn near what hundreds of dollars. Now it's still not even $100. Hasn't even broken 100 this year. Definitely expect Quant to climb higher later. All right, week. What are we looking at the week? We're looking for big movers here on the downside. And we're seeing Dash is the only thing down, having a pullback finally after his big run. 40% down on the week. This could be a good opportunity, honestly. It could be a good opportunity. It could be finding its bearings, finding a new bottom. So again, guys, if you guys are big fans of Dash, you might want to take a fast dash to pick up some more of that with your silly fiat cash. Yeah, you don't want any more of this, guys. Just get rid of it. Throw it into some of these risk on assets while you can. Okay, everything else. Tau's the only thing down, really, roughly anything amount today, any big amount today. It was down about 5 or 10% yesterday's open. So again, still kind of keeping that going. Down 9% on the week. It's the only thing really down with a decent amount here that I would probably DCA into, honestly. Hasn't done anything on the year. BitTensor is still a really good pick in my opinion. We have to go all the way out to the month now to find any DCA opportunity. Let's see what we got. We're looking for 40s and 50s on the month now. Maybe 30s, low 30 or mid 30s, something like that would be decent pickups. Sui has been my one of my top picks here recently, but has been coming down. Now it's down to 26% on the month, so not quite as exciting as it was DCA opportunities in the past. Arbitrum, okay, Arbitrum is ARB, not AB. Let's see what we got here. It's down 20%. Pengu's down 40%. There's really nothing I really want here. Honestly, there's no 30s, 40s really with big utility. OKB maybe. It's down 31% on the month. I'd probably be sticking to my guns. I take everything back. SWE and AVEX. We're going back to that again, I guess. And IP. If you guys like IP, down 43%. That'd be my my top picks right now, and the top 100 down the most on the month. Again, everything is up on the week, on the day, on the hour even. So we of course got to find, you got to go deeper to get more DC opportunity. The same thing on the top 200 assets here. The most we see down the most right now is mostly meme coins, like Brett's down 10%. ZBEX down about 5% on the day, but everything else is pretty much just kind of hanging in here on the top 200. I'm actually pretty proud of these movements in the top 200. They're actually getting a lot more stable, a lot more mature. On the week, we do still have everything up, except for Zen. Zen is down. Horizon, that's 33% down on the day. ZK is down 26%. Pulse Chain's down 10, and that's about it. So on the week, there isn't too much opportunity there either. On the month, we're looking, of course, for 30s. That's what we're looking at. And there's plenty of things to choose from. XCN's down 31%. That's probably going to be one of my top picks. Aether's down 44% on the month. Again, that hasn't done anything this year. Down 63% on the year. So yeah, Aether is a good pick probably. EGen, we talked about that EGen layer last night. Also down 40% still on the month. Again, finding its bottom. This could be it. This could be the bottom for Egan as well. Toshi's down 33% for those who like Toshi in the chat. ZBEX down 20. Damn. Damn. That's probably going to be one of my top picks personally. I dislike ZBEC. And Wormhole's down about 23% as well. So again, my personal picks would be XCN, the Wormhole, and ZBEC, but maybe you want to look at maybe Zora or Jaito. Those are down 31, 35%. Or Egan or Aether. But again, not financial advice. This is my 2 cents, guys.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes. Let's do more TradFi scrolling, and then, yeah, we're going to go into the crypto news next.
I personally...
Disney. All right. More Disney news over at Bloomberg. They're down 6 points today. Oh, no. 6 points. That's a lot for the stock market, I guess. All right, moving on.
We're over 30 minutes here into the trading session. Here are 3 big movers we're watching. Shares of packaging provider Sealed Air are surging on a report that the company is in talks to go private. The bubble wrap maker had a...
All right. They're talking about, ridiculous stuff we don't care about in CNBC right now. And Fox Business. What do we got, Fox Business? Cut low today at 4 p.m. Damn. It's a bit out. But yeah, okay, they're on break. Okay, whatever. All right, let's get back into some crypto news, guys. Crypto news. Let's go to Cointelegraph first, see what's going on over there. Trader torches $3 million to punch a $5 million hole in Hyperliquid's vault. Crypto's most fearful since March as Bitcoin eyes 1 year lows versus gold. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the most fearful we've been in crypto since the beginning of the year after the fall off of a election win from Donald Trump. Crypto most fearful since March. Bitcoin eyes 1 year lows versus gold. Again, if you look against Bitcoin's lagging indicator on gold, guys, we're just beginning the run. Why crypto's infrastructure has caught up with its ideals. Circle enters world's largest financial market with on-chain FX engine. I'm surprised none of these articles are popping off with XRP launching today. We did get a little bit of mixed news last night that it possibly could be Friday instead of Thursday, but I don't know. Most outlets were covering it launching today. Bitcoin's second largest whale accumulation fails to push Bitcoin past 106. What else we have? Metaplan's Bitcoin gains fall 39% as October crash pressures corporate treasuries. Yes, that's of course bad for the largest. I think they're still the most appreciated asset in Japan though. Metaplanet. Taiwan Premier promises Bitcoin reserve assessment report by the end of 2025. We've been covering that. I think the last 2 days. They've been of course looking at a strategic Bitcoin reserve for Taiwan. That's the newest one we got on. Again, every country is doing it. Every country's doing it. Tokyo Exchange operator eyes crackdown on Bitcoin holding firms after that route. I'm just not feeling any of these today. Canary Capital files for MOG ETF. That's MOG, really? MOG. Oh my God. Geez, that old meme coin. Yeah. U.S. Shutdown ends. Crypto progress resumes as Trump signs the bill. And that's pretty much everything Cointelegraph's got today. I'm kind of taken back by it. There's nothing really juicy here. Let's get into, how about cryptonews.net? This is why we wait till 10 a.m. because there's like hardly anything even written yet. Okay, breaking official listing notice published for XRP spot ETF launch. We covered that yesterday. It's the same article. I don't think they have an update on this yet, do they? No, I don't think they do. But again, we do have more ETFs coming for XRP this week. Franklin Templeton's appeal for their ETF is going to happen, and on the 14th to 18th, we have the 19th to 20th. Bitwise will launch their ETF with a 34 basis point fee, and November 20th to 21 shares and Coin shares are scheduled to launch their ETF as well for XRP. But the first one is going to happen today through Canary Capital. All right, let's see. Hopcoin, what? What the hell? I don't know, this is dumb stuff. SEC Chair Paul Atkins reveals when crypto tokens he thinks are securities. This is interesting. He reveals which ones he thinks are securities. SEC Chair Paul Atkins made perhaps his most explicit comments yet on the security status of crypto tokens on Wednesday, and a lengthy speech clarified the few circumstances in which Wall Street regulator plans to oversee the booming crypto industry under the second Trump administration. Consistent with the prior statements made by Atkins and fellow Republican Commissioner Hester Pierce, the SEC chair emphasizes today that certain categories of the crypto tokens should not be considered securities in themselves. Those include network tokens likened to functional decentralized blockchain networks, a category that often covers most popular crypto tokens ranging from Ethereum to Solana, XRP, etc. Another example of the tokens listed in Atkins is the digital collectibles market, cryptocurrencies that either represent rights or to media or crucially reference internet memes, characters, or current events or trends. By definition, widely popularized meme coins appear to also be carved out from the SEC's purview. Third, Atkins said that the digital tools, crypto assets providing a function like a ticket, a membership, or a badge are also not securities in his opinion. While these categorizations may not necessarily come as a surprise given the SEC's aggressive pro-crypto moves in the recent months, Atkins' comments on Wednesday shed more light on the thinking behind those views. Namely, they understood that the SEC shares belief that only in situations where a third-party managerial efforts are absolutely essential to promises of an asset's future of value should that asset be considered a security under the SEC's stringent jurisdiction. While many crypto tokens, if not most, are bought by holders in expectation of future profits, Atkins repeatedly clarified that a token should only be considered a security if purchasers are expecting profits from the essential managerial efforts of others, due to promises from the issuer that also must be explicit and ambiguous. Under the such standards, the majority of crypto tokens trading today would likely not fall under the SEC's jurisdiction. Further, in the instance that a crypto token does not qualify as an investment contract by meeting that bar, it could again become a non-security after the token issuer either fulfills the representations or promises, fails to satisfy them, or they otherwise terminate. All right. So we have a little bit more, I guess, a tiny bit more clarity. We need the Clarity Act. We just need the freaking Clarity Act. All right. So yeah. So they just can't come out and specifically say we're going to pay you XYZ, and that would be designated as a security. So I guess any of MicroStrategy's products, I guess, if they were tokenized, would technically be securities. My guess would be that would be how that would play out. Ethereum Layer 2 Rise unveils Rise X and market core to build global on-chain markets. The country's central bank announced that it has purchased Bitcoin in a surprise move. What country? This country? This is not. It can't be this country. This is the first time in its history that blank. Reuters, Czech Republic. Czech Republic is now purchasing Bitcoin. Okay, gotcha. According to the Czech National Bank, it purchased digital assets for the first time in history. The majority of the portfolio consists of Bitcoin, but the portfolio also includes the US dollar-based stablecoin and tokenized deposit to gain experience in digital markets. With $1 million investment, CNBC CMB has that's the Czech National Bank has created a test portfolio of blockchain-based digital assets. It was stated that all these were purchased through an exchange, but no further details were given. Czech National Bank has purchased digital assets for the first time in its history. The purchase was made outside the existing international reserves. The purpose for this portfolio is to gain practical experience in holding digital assets and on implement and test the necessary related processes. Well, that's good. That's good to hear. More and more countries, of course, trying to figure it out themselves. All right, Ethereum Layer 2, we already covered, we already read that headline. National Bank becomes first. Yes, it's the same thing. Solana in shade. U.S. President, of course, signs the bill. All right, I think that's pretty much all that we're going to get. I'm going to give a couple more minutes to make this load. Let this load. We're going to jump back over to Bloomberg real quick. See if they're talking about anything. They're not. CNBC. John Malone weighs on potential Warner Bros. Discovery deal. Yeah, I'm tired of hearing about that damn thing. Then we got Fox Business. General Jack Keane on the regime of change in Venezuela. All right. I don't think we need to get into that either. All right, guys, let me catch up with the chat real quick. And yeah, we'll dive more into the news. Tiny Mouse is in the corner of the garage chewing some... You guys still talking about Tiny Mouse? What the hell? Oh my god. Let me get back here. Jake the Snake notates the unwashed nature of Ohio roving bands. What? What the hell? I cannot read half this stuff anymore. You guys post. Jeez. I didn't ask what I was wrong. I wanted to see what's up. The damn Neb says, Jake the Snake. Trending coin says Maximus Diamond Hands trade for today. Uniswap, Zcash, XRP, and Aster. That's coming from Maximus Diamond Hands. If you guys want to trade those assets, again, not financial advice. You gotta announce the stream on the Discord server for sure. Yes, that's right, guys. If you haven't already jumped in yet, the Discord server. I'm trying to break my computer today. Let's launch this real quick. Let's try to crash it. Crash it. If you guys haven't already jumped into the Discord, the link in the description down below will send you there. Yeah, you can also participate with the rest of the Chaos crew on the other side. That's right. If you guys go over there, read the rules page and gain access by clicking on Get Access and clicking the little emoji. That will let you into the Discord server. We just built this to celebrate our 1,000 subscriber goal. Yeah, it's a lot of fun over here, guys. Welcome to the Chaos over on Discord. Anything is possible. Maybe try to stay out of not safe for work. Probably don't want to go there on YouTube today. But I did just add that the other night for you guys. Yeah, a little bit of everything for everyone. We got a Degen land where some of you guys post some of this crazy stuff on there too. You never know what the hell you're going to find after hours. Okay, moving on, guys. Moving on. Yes, anyone dedicated enough to join the Discord already knows Otaku's schedule. That's true. That's true. My schedule's going to probably change up, though, on my trip, though, guys. Non-Otaku Scrubs, Nebs should announce when live. Nebs is going live 25th, right? Nebs, let us know. Oh, wow. The Kung Flu says, Jake the Snake. And Braveheart, I can't say that, but that's hilarious. Oh, wow. So is Disney wrapped up in that too? I was only speculating. I didn't know for sure. I really did not know if they are. That's insane if they are, though. That might be why they're coming down today. Okay, yes. I didn't know what you meant by that. Yeah, it was very... Oh my god, you guys are hilarious. Good morning, Beebs. Legendary Beebs in the chat. Let's go. Good morning. I'll talk to in Crypto Future Millionaires. How's it going, Beebs? How's it going? Poor Tiny Mouse. My house, you guys still talking about Tiny Mouse. Scrub, I'm tired of being a future crypto millionaire, says Scrub. It'll come, guys. It'll happen eventually.
When will then be now? Soon.
Oh, jeez. Gigi handing out more coffee and fries this morning. I burnt my burger. Oh, no. Again, guys, the only place where you can get the Beaver Moon Burger is, of course, at McFreedoms. Shout out to McFreedoms in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Scrub says I break my Discord rules. Do I really? Let me know. Send me a DM. Oh God, Scrub. Goth Baddies, welcome. Yeah, Cody. Yeah, Cody was sharing some pictures of some goth girls. last night. Scub says that we need more goth baddies in the Discord. Jesus. Brave Puppy Freedom says, fry oil just gets more flavor with age, says Jake the Snake. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Thanks again for coming out to the channel. Guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. We're going to dive back into crypto news and see what else we got. Let's do some doom scrolling real quick, because the headlines were kind of lackluster. And, of course, we get the fresh stuff over on X. If you guys like what you're also watching here on the channel, you can also check me out on X. Same sort of content on a different platform. I got you over there as well. Let's do some unfiltered doom scrolling on my feed. Oh God. Right out the gate, freaking Lagarde. Christine Lagarde. We watched this entire thing 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, of the European Central Bank basically saying that the CBDCs for Europe are coming out, rolling out tests next year into 2027. 26 to 27 testing it, and then they're going to do a full launch for their European Central Bank CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency, in 2029. Czech Republic, National Bank just purchased $1 million worth of Bitcoin. Of course, we covered that in the headlines we just read earlier. Again, that's crazy. Again, more countries adopting Bitcoin, or at least like them, they're figuring it out. Okay. What else we have? More Christine Lagarde. God. I'm confident that the reserves will not enter. That Bitcoins will not enter reserves of any of the central banks.
The General Counsel.
Yeah, they don't want any part of that because they want to control every aspect of your life. The only way to do that is, of course, to issue their own currency that they'll be able to track everything. Dude, there's some scary shit happening right now. I just saw a there was an announcement from Trump about the biometrics into visas. Oh boy, I'm gonna get into all that, man. Some dark stuff coming for America too, guys. I'm gonna get out of this country soon, I think. They're gonna track every single one of your whereabouts. Biometric in Visa incorporates a biometric identifier such as digital fingerprints and photographs, and as a purpose of securing a national border and travel documents. Obtain biometrics. I wanted to see if I could find the Trump video on it and show you guys what I'm talking about. Video. Where is it? Trump said it. I think it's this one. This is 2016. Yeah, this is old. Someone pulled this from a long time ago.
We will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. Do you ever notice?
All right.
Administration.
So yeah, they're looking at. Did I play the whole thing yet?
We will ensure that this system is in place, and I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system. Number 9, we will turn off the jobs and benefits magnet.
All right, so it seems like
that E-Verify is.
It seems like a lot of his 2016 promises may be coming into fruition in 2025. Maybe. I'm terrified by that stuff, man. They can literally track everywhere you go at any time, in and out via fingerprints and everything else. It's kind of like China's doing right now. It's scary stuff. All right, after 232 years today, the U.S. Mint has made the last penny. And I guess that was the actual, the last stamping of it right there. They just pulled it off the belt. We covered that last night. Yeah. All right, and of course, I think they're going to auction that one off, the last penny. Czech Republic, no, it's the second to last penny. They're going to keep the one for themselves. Whatever, it's a freaking penny. It's so dumb.
What are you, stupid?
I throw them away still every time. I still throw them in the garbage. People watch me do it too, and I love it. Yeah, Czech Republic bank governor just said that Bitcoin can serve as a decentralized alternative to large portfolios for a central bank to buy Bitcoin ever. Yes, yeah, I guess they're still shouting that out, so we do now. That's still a big thing. Michael Saylor posts this. I spoke with Yahoo Finance about Bitcoin volatility, treasury strategies, MicroStrategy short sellers, and shutdown using AI and social media to supercharge growth and the role of digital equity. Of course, I'm just kind of shilling his interview here. Wow. Go.
Strategy stock down about 27% over the past month. Are investors losing faith in the Bitcoin movement?
No, I don't think they're losing faith. If you're an investor, it really comes down to what your time horizon is and how much volatility can you stomach. So if you want max performance, you're going to take max volatility. Strategies up 75% a year on average for the last 5 years. So you can actually outperform Bitcoin if you buy an equity that's amplified like MSTR. If you don't want to trust anybody, you want no counterparty risk, you buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up 50% a year over 5 years. No counterparty risk. It's very straightforward. If you want to have your cake and eat it too, you could buy some convertible preferred like STRK. STRK will get the ball. Yeah.
Of course, he's shilling a lot of his products. He's got 5 or 6 of them now. I want to see what some of these comments are here from Julie, because last cycle he had this to say. The Julie.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, there's a name for them. We call them poor.
I absolutely love that quote. It's one of my favorite quotes of all time, and he was a lot more obtuse back then. Not so much these days. Let's see what he had to say now.
To ride the digital wave.
Michael, and as we've gotten more instruments to ride the digital wave, particularly as people have had more and more ways to directly invest in Bitcoin, strategy stock has not done as well. To your point, it has over the past several years. But again, if you're talking about getting in now, or if you got in earlier this year, you wrote it down even as Bitcoin was going up. Are you concerned at all that the crypto treasury, the digital asset treasury strategy that you pioneered is losing a little bit of steam?
You know, over the last year, there's been 100 companies that have added Bitcoin to their balance sheet. The derivatives market and IBIT has surged. The flows into the ETFs have surged. All the major banks have announced support. The accounting has dramatically improved. The tax regime has improved. The administration support at the SEC, the CFTC, the Treasury level has improved. And so, and the technology has improved. You know, companies like Block have rolled out support for Bitcoin on Square and Cash App. So all the fundamentals are good. If you're going to be an equity investor, you have to think for yourself, and you have to have a time horizon of 4 years or longer. And equity markets are either going to lead or lag, and occasionally they'll perfectly reflect reality, but generally it's only a few days a year when they'll be perfectly rational. So if you don't have that 4-year time horizon, and if you don't want to make decisions based on fundamentals, if you simply want to park your money in a stable instrument and pick up a stable yield, you should be a credit investor. You shouldn't be an equity investor. I think the irony is the fundamentals of the industry are so much better today than they were 12 months ago, that you've now got an extraordinary risk-reward opportunity. Now is a much better time to invest. You know all the things that you wanted to happen have happened. The market sentiment is negative, but that's an opportunity for the equity investor that makes their own decisions.
Michael, you're seen as a pioneer in this industry, charting new territory in cryptos and Bitcoin. What do you think about the likes of a Jim Chanos and others like him that are trying to profit off of you not doing so well?
You know, I don't really think about Jim Chanos. I think that there'll be some skeptics. They don't really appreciate what Bitcoin is doing. They don't understand digital capital. They don't understand digital credit. But at the end of the day, the big dynamic in the industry is digital capital has gone from nothing to $2.5 trillion over 15 years. Digital credit didn't exist 12 months ago. We've issued nearly $8 billion of digital credit. Digital credit has got a tax equivalent yield of 4 times higher than bank credit. You know, you can have a bank account, you know, in New York City that pays you 4% and it's taxable, or you could buy something like STRC that pays you 10.5% that's tax deferred. So the market's evolving, and the short sellers aren't really interested in the impact of AI or the impact on digital assets to change the way the world works. They're just interested in being skeptical as a business. So I don't really focus on them. Nothing great has ever been created by a short seller.
Michael, you've referred a couple times to this new digital asset credit that you guys have developed, STRC Stretch. It's a preferred security that, as you mentioned, pays out 10.5% in yield. And this is also a way for you all to not necessarily issue more stock in the underlying equity in order to pay for buying more Bitcoin, and therefore maybe not diluting those underlying shares as much. But how far do you think you can take that as sort of a funding mechanism for your Bitcoin strategy?
Well, I think the money market industry is massive. There's $30 trillion worth of assets invested in treasury-type instruments in the United States. Stretch is about 1% of 1% of that industry. It's about a $3 billion issuance. And the big idea here is you take an asset appreciating 50% a year with a volatility in the mid-40s, and you strip the volatility from 45 down to below 5, maybe to 2, 3, or 4.
I'm going to skip through this and see if we can find anything else. He's going into more of his products, obviously. Stretch, strike, strive, stride. It's too many. Okay. State of the crypto market. Here we go.
Again, but still, record-setting shutdown. What did you think about the length of the shutdown, and do you believe it reinforces your long-term view on Bitcoin and various other cryptos? Because, look, at the end of the day, record-setting shutdown, I mean, how can you have trust in the dollar?
Well, you know, we joke there's no tariffs on Bitcoin. Bitcoin has no employees. It's got no corporate headquarters. It is an index reflecting the digital economy or the global digital economy. So if you just like to buy 1/21 millionth of the global free market, then you buy 1 Bitcoin. As people lose confidence in a currency in Africa or South America or Asia, as they lose confidence in a government, if they think that their favorite company might make a mistake, war, famine, pestilence, fire, flood, uncertainty, acts of God, all of these things are risk factors, and they're all risk factors that Bitcoin doesn't undergo and doesn't experience. So as people get educated, I think they can see the appeal of buying digital capital instead of investing their money in equity capital or real estate capital or fiat capital or corporate credit capital instruments. And so this is all a teaching moment, but I think that every single month that goes by, more and more people start to appreciate the benefit of owning 1/21 millionth of all the money in the world forever.
Michael, do you think, in light of the shutdown, that investors have lost faith in our country?
No, I don't think they've lost faith in our country. I think the country's going to do just fine. This is a hiccup. It's not our finest moment, but right now, the exciting things that are going on are digital intelligence, digital assets, digital capital, digital credit. It's pretty clear that money's going to move at the speed of light. It's pretty clear that 1 billion AIs are going to think 1 billion times faster than us human beings. You can see a world where 1 billion robots are going to build everything we need, where the cars are going to drive themselves, where the products are going to figure stuff out for us. So we're moving toward an intelligent world that is millions of times more efficient and more empowering. So in a world where 1 billion robots do everything I want before I think to ask for the thing, I don't know how I won't be better off.
Michael,
Welcome
is
to the
there
dystopian
a
future.
risk that some of those robots or perhaps quantum computers combined with generative AI, that they crack Bitcoin, or that they think of something better than Bitcoin and it becomes obsolete?
No, I don't think there is a risk. I think that technology will improve and hardware will improve, and at some point, if the hardware gets more powerful, we'll have to upgrade the software that protects our system. So just like you can expect your bank to upgrade their software, and you can expect to upgrade your Apple software and your Google software and your Microsoft software, and you can expect to upgrade your hardware devices. I'm on the iPhone 17 Pro Max right now. You'll upgrade your computer. Bitcoin is a protocol, but it runs on hardware and software nodes all around the world. The hardware is being upgraded every few months. The software is being upgraded annually. And so the software and hardware that runs the Bitcoin protocol is going to get upgraded just like your Apple and Android and Microsoft software will get upgraded.
I was going to say Tim Cook's sending you a check in the mail, but I guess now Microsoft and Alphabet have got to send you a check too, because you mentioned all of those. Let's talk a little bit about the bigger market because of the AI advances that you're talking about. You know, you're very familiar with the dot-com bubble, right? Because you founded MicroStrategy in '89, you went public in '98. I was looking at the history of the stock chart here. You went public at $12 a share. The stock at that time spiked as high as $313 in 2000. And then crashed down or remained below 20 until you initiated your Bitcoin buying strategy. I'm curious, you know, as you look back at that crash, what that taught you and whether you see any parallels today. Obviously, you're aware of the big bubble debate going on right now.
I think it teaches you to focus. Don't overextend. You might have 10 good ideas, but you're better to focus upon your one idea and commercialize the one idea. It also just reminds you that no matter where you are as a corporation, you can always improve the company's outlook, and you can improve and create shareholder value by harnessing the next wave. People wrote off Apple for dead. I mean, Michael Dell famously told Apple to shut down and give the money back to the shareholders back around '97. And then Steve Jobs returned and he harnessed the internet, and then he harnessed MP3 files and digital music in order to revive Apple, and then eventually created a crazy thing called the iPhone, and it became the most valuable company in the world. I think history is replete with examples, you know, whether it's the internet or whether it's AI chips, people wrote off GPUs as being irrelevant, and all of a sudden we have the ChatGPT moment. The Bitcoin miners were struggling, and then AI explodes, and now everybody wants their energy. I think that digital intelligence, digital assets, digital capital are creating the most compelling opportunities for corporations in the world today. I think the important thing is to use them the right way. For example, we used AI in order to design those 5 digital credit instruments. So people ask, how do you make $1 billion with AI? Well, we created $8 billion with AI just by designing new types of securities. Yesterday, STRC traded $175 million. It's the most.
All right. He's going back into his products again. I'm going to scroll through some of the shilling, see what else we got for him to cover here. The trolling out
digital intelligence and digital assets in this country. It'll be good for the nation. It'll be good for the world.
Michael, obviously you're a serious guy, right? We've talked a number of times. You think very deeply about all these issues.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. My favorite.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, there's a name for them. We call them poor.
Oh, I miss the old sailor. Anyway.
But then sometimes I look at your X account and I see you posting or reposting these various sort of digitally generated images, AI generated images of yourself. They're a lot of fun, right? Of you, we're showing one of you in a top hat, various Bitcoin paraphernalia, superhero.
When Godzilla walks onto the playground, you know, all your models, they're all going to be destroyed.
Still my favorite.
Heroes, etc. Like, you know, I'm just curious how you think about that. Is that, you know, is your Bitcoin, you know, advocacy, is there an element of shtick to it as well? Are you having a little fun with it? How do you think about all of that?
You know, when I was growing up, there were 3 channels on television, and they turned off the television, the signal at like 11 o'clock at night or at midnight, and for 8 hours there was no programming. There was no internet. We didn't have today. We have infinite free music, infinite free television, infinite streaming video, infinite free YouTube. You can get lost, fall in a TikTok hole, an Instagram hole. You can get on stream and Twitch. We have managed to manufacture infinite everything. It used to be you had to have money to get a newspaper or a magazine. And now you can see we live in a world where we have, to say 1 million times more content would be probably an understatement. So the entire society is being inundated with information, and their attention span has shrunk. And so people just don't have an hour to listen to what you have to say. Sometimes they don't have a minute. Oftentimes I think, should I say it in a podcast? Well, maybe someone will listen to it. Can I say it in 5 minutes? That might be too long. Can I say it in 30 seconds? Sometimes I'll write a paragraph and you think, no, I don't have a paragraph. People will read the first sentence, and then I write the sentence and I think people aren't going to read to the end of the sentence. And so the thing you learn from social media is you need to get to the point. So how about tell me what you want to say in 1 second? And the cliche is a picture is worth 1,000 words. And so sometimes I don't give you 1,000 words because you would lose 99.9% of the audience. In fact, I would say you'd probably lose 99.99% of the audience. If it took 1,000 words, show me the picture, and that will go viral. And you're doing people a service to give them an idea that travels 1 million times faster, that is 1 million times easier to digest, because people just don't have time. They're busy. They're being inundated. And when you see those images, that is us communicating something cheerful, constructive, useful, perhaps profitable to someone. But like if someone says, hey, I wrote a book on this, here's the book, do you want to read it? I mean, how many books can you read? Literally every book written in the history of the human race is available for free to you right now. Do you really want someone with a good idea to give you 250 pages and tell you to read it? Or do you just want them to boil it down to 1 sentence, 1 tagline, or 1 picture? Because I'm like, show me the picture. Okay, got it. Now I can move on with my life. Thank you.
You're making a lot of sense to me, Michael. Stay with us for a second. Let's bring in our social correspondent for the day, Yahoo Finance's Ali Canal, with some of what she's hearing from our online audience during this interview. Ali.
Yeah, well, Brian, Michael Saylor just talking about infinite content on social media, which is the perfect segue since we are talking and taking your questions on social media. Plenty of viewers chiming in, and starting off with a strong one here, Michael. First question, do you see Bitcoin catching up to and surpassing gold's market cap by 2035? What say you?
I do. I think we're in a Bitcoin. We're in the digital gold rush, and 2035 is the 0.99 year. That means that 99% of all the Bitcoin will have been mined in the year 2035. If you want Bitcoin, you need to get it between now and then, because the last 1% of Bitcoin comes out over 100 years. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind Bitcoin will be a larger asset class than gold.
All right, I think that's a good place to stop. But yeah, it goes on forever and ever and ever. Michael Saylor just put that one out an hour ago. Awesome. Of course, they see a new update from Saylor. I still miss the old Saylor though. He had a lot more fight in him, and he definitely had to stand up for our space a lot more than he does now. It's kind of a little bit more lax. What else we got here in the TradFi market? Let's go back through here. See what else, anything going on here.
March.
Still talking about Disney. Oh my God, Disney. We got CNBC, Risky RX. Okay, I don't know. Fox Business. What do we got here in Fox Business? I just missed this headline here. Shit. I can't go back either. We get this stuff for free, guys. We get this stuff for free. You can get, of course, the news for free, too, if you go to newslive.com. Again, don't pay for what you get for free. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the order books. We also get for free, guys, on YouTube, brought to you by Kimba the White Snow Lion on YouTube. Kimba, of course, the anime reference. For those who know, don't pay for something, get free.
What are you, stupid?
Exactly. All right, so we do have Bitcoin coming down right now to retest 101,000, possibly flat within the next. It looks like it already bounced at about 101,100. Let's take a look at the chart, see what's going on. Oh, what's going on? In the last 15 minutes here, we've got Bitcoin retesting 101,300. It did wick from 101,200 on this chart. As I just showed you, the order books are a little bit more active to the downside, with a possible bounce probably coming in within the next hour or so. Yeah, that's usually right on par, right on time for its intraday trading session to begin at around 12 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So we're a little bit more lower, possibly, if the rest of the world's looking at this, right, and counting the wicks. Could be looking something like that now than it was, of course, invalidated from last night's slight bull trend. Or we can just come back to down to the bottom here on the macro, which has been chipping up since the beginning of the month. So this, yeah, we could also just come down here and retest 100,800 or lower, but my bets are probably a little higher, because there's still a lot of buying pressure, as you can see here on the order books. I'm gonna go in here, of course, brought to you the live heat map for free. Kimba. Oh Jesus! If we go full screen here, I can zoom in and show you what I'm talking about. As always, the order books. Everyone getting liquidated today. could be a good day. We have the most heat we have on the map now is a lot of buying pressure. We're going to see right around 100,000 flats. This is all loaded as of today. This is pretty new. You can see here the 12th to the 13th. Today, of course, being the 13th, and all this new buying pressure is coming in today. Hot after the open of the government. We do still have 105 to break through, 107.5, 108, 109, and then of course a big one being 110. Although the 110 is really not that bright, honestly. We have a lot more below us than we do above us to push us a lot higher faster. So I would not be surprised if we go back to retesting 110s by the weekend, by probably Sunday. Sunday's probably going to be the target day if we cannot get through 107 or 108 by tonight or tomorrow morning. It's probably going to be loading in the weekend. All right, so yeah, that's what's going on with Bitcoin right now. What else we got in the news? Do one more run through crypto news. We already went through TradFi. Let's take a look. Investors underestimating the scale and scope of tech bull market, says hedge fund veteran Dave Ives. It kind of sounds like Tom Lee's assessment as well. Dan Ives, global head of technology research and Wedbush Securities, says that investors are underestimating the scale of the current technology bull market. Speaking in an interview with Bloomberg Television, he points out to what he describes as a multi-year capital expenditure super cycle driven by artificial intelligence. Ives says he expects the bull market to continue for at least 2 more years. Damn, that's probably the most bullish thing we've heard in a while. Holy hell. 2 more years.
We're going to win so much.
Supported by spending on infrastructure and chip demand across global markets. Ives says that the average tech company in the 1990s traded at 30 times revenues. Now the average tech company is 27 times earnings. Ives noted that the large cap technology firms collectively hold about $1 trillion in cash on their balance sheet, generate $300 to $400 billion in free cash flow every year. He projects the capital expenditures across the sector to reach $500 to $600 billion for the next fiscal year. He says that the demand for AI-related components, particularly video chips, continues to outpace supply. Also, guys, don't forget about silver. Silver is going to be required for a lot of these new tech-driven narratives to play out. With demand ratios as high as 12 to 1, 15 to 1 in Asia, Ives adds that the investors remain focused on short-term earnings and revenue trends, while the broader impacts of AI and automation will take longer to unfold. Citing Meta Platforms as an example, Ives says that the company's decision to increase capital expenditures despite near-term pressure on earnings reflects the strategic focus on future growth. He describes CEO Mark Zuckerberg as wartime CEO, prioritizing investments that are expected to pay off over several years. He also points to Palantir Technologies, saying that the firm could reach $1 trillion market capitalization within the next 2 or 3 years as it expands its AI capabilities as well. Well, there you go. Again, that's pretty crazy. Pushing, of course, the innovation of AI and the business cycle out 2 years from now. It's crazy. We are, of course, been talking about how Bitcoin has been following the business cycles and not the halving. That's the new idea, I guess. That the halvings are basically just following. You know, I mean, the halvings always have followed the political cycles, right? But the post-halving always usually, I guess, lands on top of the business cycle, which we still haven't even had quantitative easing yet, which starts allegedly. Here we go again. Allegedly in 2026.
We're gonna win so much.
Oh my God. Oh God. All right. Moving on. That's just my 2 stats anyway. Okay. Solana rival Sui launches new native stablecoin in partnership with payments giant Stripe. We've been talking about this for a few weeks. It's finally occurred. It happened, guys. Sui. Yeah. So take that, Tom Lee. Take that. The Sui Foundation is announcing the launch of its native stablecoin issued by Bridge, a subsidiary of payments company Stripe. According to the foundation, USD Sui will function as a stablecoin within the Sui network and will be available across wallets, decentralized financial protocols, and applications built on the blockchain. USD Sui is being developed by Bridge's open issuance platform and is scheduled to go live later this year. There isn't much later left in this year. So it would have to be soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
It have to be. USD Sui is designed to incorporate, be interoperable with other stablecoins issued through Bridge on platforms such as Phantom, Hyperliquid, and MetaMask. Bridge's infrastructure allows projects to create stablecoins with integrated payment features, enterprise-grade security. Company says the process reduces the complexity and time required to deploy the compliant digital assets. Okay. Landmark product launch on Bridge connects Sui's native assets to global commerce, fintech, traditional financial rails, establishing Sui as the driver of the next phase of on-chain economic activity. We are building self-sustaining, utility-driven ecosystem with the stablecoin economics that fuels real-world adoption. Foundation says that Sui is intending to comply with the forthcoming Genius Act with the revenues from the asset directed toward ecosystem growth programs. Guys, the Genius Act still will not be fully implemented until, what was it, what was the target? Oh, jeez. Was it originally 180 days or 18 months from August, when it was launched in August? So at the very earliest, it could be, I guess, January of this year or next year. Probably, where the latest it could be possibly like at the end of next year, like the end of the third quarter. All right, on the Genius Act. Okay, moving on. Let's get back in the chat real quick, catch up with you guys. That's pretty much, I think, what we're going to get. Trader called the 2021 top details Bitcoin outlook. Warns Ethereum rival is now raging bearish. Oh my God. Well, if the market cap for Bitcoin dominance is still hanging out at 60%.
This entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous, stupid.
It's looking a little bit better today, but still right around, again, 60%. All right. Let's get back in the chat real quick. The McFreedoms has potential. What the hell? Has potent use meal? What the hell? The guys are going back and forth on McFreedom value meal menu. The Ozempic McFlurry is on the menu. McFreedom fries. And Danny wants a McBeaver double. What the hell? Beaver McDouble. Oh, jeez. Okay, breaking. McFreedom's now offering a high-grade cannabis into all jurisdictions with cannabis is legal. Now your McFreedom's wait staff can provide the high-grade sticky icky while we listen to suggestion boxes. Oh my God, Braveheart. That's pretty progressive, man. That's awesome. I'm sure we can have gotten access to free electricity for more than a century now. Yes, greed will always limit us as a species. 100%, Danny. 100%. XRPC, because the ETF is a form of canary capital, I believe. Yeah, XRPC launches today. We haven't got any headlines. This is kind of weird. I'm do another run through headlines. This is weird. We should have had headlines already on XRP. I already went through Daily Hodl. Let's take a look at CoinDesk. I think we haven't gone to CoinDesk today. That might be it there. First XRP spot ETF opens for trade with Canary Capital's XRPC. Is the latest token wrapped spot to be wrapped in a spot ETF exchange traded fund after the introduction of Bitcoin and Ethereum funds in 2024 and Solana just weeks ago. Canary Capital has launched the first spot XRP ETF traded fund in the U.S. market. Arrives as the head fund refilled its application under the Investment Company Act of 1940 earlier this month. I thought it was 1933. Canary Capital has bought market and the first exchange traded funds exposure to XRP, expanding the crypto ETF landscape beyond Bitcoin. Where are we currently sitting at? I'm assuming it just went live as of like, the morning open. I'm surprised surprised they didn't cover it at the open bell. We did get crypto ringing the bell though this morning. What else we got? BNB native token, a BNB chain slipped $960, or what others nonsense we got to cover on here. All right, let's go back to the chart real quick and see what's going on with XRP today. If it's still doing the thing I predicted it was going to do, which is going to just flash crash a little bit, just a little bit. It looks like it's already headed that way. Yeah, and of course we're going to see a breakout and a reaccumulation cycle to commence. Let me get out here. Where did I draw this damn thing? Something like that. Let me do a new cleaner one. Possibly getting to $3.66, maybe a little higher even, maybe. Pull back a little exhaustion, and of course another run back up here into next year for new highs later, something like that. Oh my God, with a high prediction later towards the end of the year or beginning of next year, somewhere between $8 or $9, something like that. That's on the cards. Not impossible, but we got to get through this first. And again, if you're looking at any other ETFs for a good idea where we're going to land, it's going to be something like we saw between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin took 2 weeks to consolidate from its ETF and break out, and it took Ethereum 2 months. 2 months. So I'm gonna probably give it maybe 3 to 4 weeks, something like that, till we see a breakout, a new all-time high, and then of course maybe the moon later. All right. What else we got? That's pretty much it, guys. I think that's pretty much it. I do have to get going, actually. I have a hair appointment today. So I'm going to have, finally, this untamable mess on top of my head. A little bit more tameable by tonight. When we do, of course, do our market open live stream. Simon Katz, the way to go, says OG Bobbin in the chat, guys. Bobbin. We just need TP for our bunghole, says Bobbin. yes, we do. It's the bee's knees. Let it be. Jeez. ZBEC to $1 indeed. XDB back. How's ZBEC doing today? It was on my radar this morning for the pullbacks. So good DC opportunity. And where is it? ZBEC. Yes. It did still come back down to retest 203.19 now. So yeah, we're still waiting for this damn thing to go. When are we ever gonna get to this penny, guys? I don't know. We're still fighting against the grain. Brave Forever Freedom coming with a $2 super chat. Boom. 5% discounts now offered for payment in ZBEC at McFreedoms. I'm assuming that also includes Xano, right? I guess. Geez, thanks again, guys, for coming out today. I think that's all we got. Doge ETF soon, says Me Paolo. Yes, it's already a month delayed. When Doge ETF? My God. Geez. We did get one, didn't we? Didn't we get one Doge ETF? I thought we got one. I could have sworn we got the Rex Osprey one or something. Doge ETF launch. I'm pretty sure we got at least one. Yeah, the Rex Osprey one. Yeah, that happened in September. So we got that one. But there was going to be a flood of meme coin ETFs that was supposed to happen at the end of October because the government was shut down. The SEC, with minimal staff, wasn't able to, of course, get that through. So we've been waiting. My guess is now that the government's open, we'll start to see that backlog come to light and start getting some launches. That'll be my guess. We're waiting for Bonk, Floki, Trump Coin, Pepe. There was a plethora. Shiba Inu. Oh my God, there's so many. They're all coming. I think Fartcoin even has an ETF that was listed. I mean, all that stuff is ready to go. Probably in December now, that we're already in the middle of this month. It's crazy, guys. We're on the 13th of November. Again, I congratulate anyone who came out here and has hung out for this long.
Get tired of winning.
We're still waiting to win, but it's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon. And with that, I will leave you guys for tonight. We'll catch up with you guys at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we look at the market open. Again, Bitcoin is just going to do its thing. I expect, of course, Bitcoin to chop around down here until about mid afternoon, something like 1 o'clock, 1:30. We could see another retest, hopefully back into the the higher lows, right? The higher lows of 100,000. So 106, 107, hopefully being retested today at some point. I want to get back in the channel. We got to climb back up here, guys. This is ridiculous. We're making new lows now. We are definitely honoring it, though. We're definitely honoring it and keeping the channel going. But my God, dude, my God. What a mess. What a mess. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Have a good one, and I will see you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Before the bull run. I will catch you later. Peace.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, bold Nike. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my wallet with more coins and let me bottle forevermore and more and more and more and more. Island more. Hollywood shop in a door. In other words, I choose you.
Oh man, Scrub saying in the chat, my beard is longer than your hair. Are you kidding me? I can basically eat my hair. It's that long. It's okay. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys tonight. I'm gonna go get a haircut. I love you. I love you. Again, yeah, of course. Cody singing along with the end credits scene. Thanks again, guys, for coming out. I love hanging out with you guys every single day. And again, we got more coming soon. With that, I'll leave you.
When will
later.
then be now? Soon.
Watch the cash bird land fade. A new world rises. We've made the trade. The robots are rising. He's taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.